Welcome, everyone. As part of Valar's AI Week, we're thrilled to bring you a conversation with Quantic alumni and Cogya co-founders to discuss how you can leverage AI to build scalable, sustainable businesses. This discussion originally drew a record number of RSVPs, even maxing out our Zoom room capacity. So, due to that high demand, or in case you missed the live session, we're now opening it up to the public. So, without further ado, let's dive into an insightful conversation on AI, innovation, and the future of tech. Enjoy.
So welcome, everybody. It's great to see everybody coming in from our global community of learners. It's an honor to welcome you to this session of Quantic's Executive Education Speaker Series. Let's go through some housekeeping first before we dive in. And participants are asked to remain muted for the duration of today's event unless called on by a moderator. The Quantic and Valar Student Code of Conduct is in effect, as at all events, and any disruptive or disrespectful behavior, people will be removed from the chat, from the Zoom. There's the code of conduct. We're recording today's session as well for those who want to watch it on replay. You can request it through events at quantic.edu. The format of today will be a presentation followed by a Q&A. And if you'd like to ask a question, please put it in the chat. So submit it via the chat. And then for the purposes, we'll be prioritizing messages that end in a question mark and that are relevant to the topic today. The chat is enabled to encourage discussion. So please, we love to see engagement. Tell us where you're from and keep the discussion going. And while we are delighted to present events like this as a starting point for conversation, we know that it's not possible to cover every angle of the topic. So if you'd like, you can fill your details on this contact sheet that I will post in the chat. Now, perfect. And then, sorry, 1 second. There we go. Contact sheet is now in the chat, so please fill out your details. But without further ado, let me introduce our first Dr. Robert Steele. Dr. Robert Steele serves as Academic Program Director, Artificial Intelligence and Software Engineering, and Professor at the Quantic School of Business and Technology. He holds a PhD in Computer Science in the subfield of Artificial Intelligence and has over 10 years of academic department leadership experience, which has included doctoral, graduate, and undergraduate program leadership. He's published over 150 peer-reviewed research publications. Welcome, Dr. Robert Steele.
Thank you very much, Emma, for that great introduction. So it is a great pleasure to also welcome you all to today's exciting talk. While we have students from a wide range of programs here today, let me quickly acquaint everyone with a few new Quantic programs that are relevant to today's talk and may be of interest. So Quantic has recently launched the MS Software Engineering program. It is focused on training AI-first software engineers and future AI engineers. It is a good time to have this area of expertise. Maybe interestingly, we are currently receiving between 100 and 200 applications per day. So there is great interest in that program. So please feel free to reach out to Quantic with any questions that you have. On the other end of the spectrum, if you have never programmed before and you're not acquainted with software in any way, Quantic's AI for Building Software certificate is a good way to pick up the skills of generating software with essentially natural language. So even starting with zero technical expertise or background. Additionally, we have a Transform Your Business with AI certificate, also a good way to go from a kind of a non-AI background to understand the latest goings on. And maybe a final program that's of interest to some here. Quantic also offers a CTO program. This assumes a significant technical experience and some mid-level leadership experience. Obviously, it's focused on preparing future CTOs, CTO leaders. So for those which fit that kind of background, feel free to look into that. But without further ado, it is my great pleasure to introduce today's distinguished speakers, Mohamed, Abdalhamid, and Damien Bonnefoux. So Mohamed and Damien are the co-creators behind the Minimum Viable Business Framework and the AI Transformation three-step methodology. Damien is a business coach and advisor with deep expertise in startup growth, digital transformation, and innovation. Holding an executive MBA, Damien helps businesses navigate complex challenges and achieve lasting success with a passion for empowering entrepreneurs. Mohamed is a seasoned entrepreneur and business strategist with extensive experience in product management, business development, and digital transformation. Also an executive MBA holder with a track record of launching over 50 software products. He is passionate about guiding startups and organizations to achieve sustainable growth through innovative strategies and cutting-edge technology. Drawing from their combined expertise, Mohamed and Damien have developed the above methodologies to empower entrepreneurs and organizations to build scalable, sustainable businesses while leveraging the power of AI. So without further ado, we look forward to this great talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. For the presentation. Yes. I can share my screen now, Emmer, right?
Right.
Okay, great. I'll show this. So yeah, so hello everyone. I don't have to Emmer, everything's fine. Everyone see my screens? Yeah, I think so. If it goes. Yeah, so thanks for the presentation. I will not represent Mohamed, my partner, and myself. Just a quick story. We co-founded Cogya together, and we've met in Quantic through Quantic community. So just to let everyone know, great things happen in Quantic. And so quickly, so Cogya, it's we built AI solutions. Well, based on we have like four main pillars, which we create. We have like solutions, AI solutions for companies, for SMEs and bigger corporations in recruitment, in sales, and also customer experience. And we also have our own platform, AI platform based on our framework that you will see today. So that's basically what we do, and we custom each solutions, each SaaS solutions to each clients. So today we're going to go through this agenda. We're going to show you like this 3 steps guide that we came up with for AI transformation. We will show you also the AI transformation Canva that we've let's say embedded is a big word, but we've put it in place. And then we'll go through the best thing to show you and to implement in your organization is we're going to show you 3 case studies. And we're also going to demo our MVB AI, and also after we'll finish with Q&As. I'll let the talk on my dear partner, Mohamed now.
Thank you, Damien. So let's get started. I think all the time we hear about AI and artificial intelligence, a lot of updates, very, very fast updates and accelerations happens in this area. Today, we're going to focus on how the AI can leverage our business, how we can add value for our business when we implement and have some sort of a transformation, AI transformation for our business. The 3 main areas that can AI add value for all the businesses as we speak now, it's 3 things. First, enhancing productivity. Always we're talking about increasing our productivity, how we can make our team contribute more, add more value, have more results in a shorter time. That's AI can help a lot in this area. The second thing is streamlining tasks. The tasks, sometimes it's complicated. We cannot have a structured or an organized task, especially the repeated ones or the ones that most of the time are done the same way without any kind of creativity. And the third thing is driving data-driven decisions, because all the time the AI has the access to your data or your organization data. It shows you a new aspect or a much clearer aspect about your business in a very short time, which helps you to take much proper decisions for your business. And here's how the AI can help the organization. But to answer the other question on how we can transform AI or have an AI transformation strategy for our organizations, it has to be on a plan. It's not just an order for our management team or even our employees or team members, just guys, we need to use the AI. But instead, we will talk about the three steps methodology, but just to give you a broad thing about how the AI transformation should be done. The step number one is cultivating an AI collaborative mindset. And the second step is leveraging expertise and subject matter expert in AI implementation. The third one is define a clear AI use case. Let's move to the first step. Okay, the first step always when we decide to use AI, and this happens even for us and with our team and with most of our clients, the decision is taken to use the AI. But the challenge with the team is they resist, they have the impression of dealing with the AI as a threat. This AI thing is coming to take over our places, our jobs. But this is honestly not the case. But the solution was when we started to investigate on the challenges that the team is facing when they try to use the AI, we found that most of the time the team start to use the AI with a result-oriented mindset. They challenge the AI to confirm and prove that the AI is not working properly. That means we won't be able to use it. And one of our clients said it in one of the meetings, their team members, we have a very good solution for overcoming the challenge we are facing when we use the AI. The solution was we don't need to use the AI, which was very funny in that meeting with the business owner. But instead, we need to transform our mindset to deal with the AI as a partner, as an ally, not an enemy, and to shift our mindset to be a learning mindset, not a result-oriented mindset. And this is totally different. This takes me to the second step of the solution, with focusing on the education and training. No, can you go back, please, Damien? Sorry. Yeah, the education and training, the first step is when you use any kind of AI tool, you need to start understand how the AI works, how are the AI tools are getting results for you based on your input, and you understand how you should tailor the questions or the order to the AI to get the proper result. And this gets us to the second step. The second step is involving subject matter experts in your business and organization. Those are the people who can implement and educate the AI, and as well they can confirm the quality of the results they get from the AI. Without having those people involved in the process of your AI transformation, you won't be able to get proper results. Those people have two purposes to be involved in this AI transformation. The first thing is training the AI, guiding the AI, and define the proper inputs to add to the AI to get a proper result. And they are will be like the mentors of the AI in that case, and they will be the coaches of the AI in that case to make sure that always you're getting much better results every single time you use your platform. So the third step, now you shifted your mindset to a learning mindset, not a result-oriented. You got involved, the subject matter expert at your organization. The third crucial step is to identify use cases, because sometimes we found many clients we worked with, they love the AI, the team is ready to use the AI, but they lack the knowledge of where the AI should be implemented, where the AI should be involved and added to the organization. And here comes the role of the whole team brainstorm, to understand what are the challenges, what are the capabilities of the AI that they got from the first step and the second step, and define the most crucial challenges that can AI add value for these kind of steps, by having a lot of discussions, defining the ROI of implementing this AI to the organization. What are the areas that we might have some proper automation for repeated tasks, or even some data-driven analysis or data analysis to help the decision-making, data-driven technique inside the organization. When we implemented these three steps, even internally for our team and for our clients, magic happens, because we started to get all the maximum result and benefit of using the AI, and all the parties involved in this process, everyone is adding value. Either the experts with the AI in the AI area, the subject matter expert in the whatever topic we need to implement the AI for, like sales, marketing, HR, operations, whatever. And the third thing is to define the exact use cases and proof of concept points to focus on and to measure how the AI can add value. The subject here is not to challenge the AI, but to understand how it works to get the maximum value and result. Let me leave the floor for Damien to explain more for us the AI canvas to have the use cases.
Yeah, thank you, Mohamed. So we'll get deeper, like in really like real case and use cases, so that you understand and how it was implemented. But the first thing to understand, and that follows up this conversation, is this AI transformation canvas. So you all know the business model canvas. So we came up with this AI transformation canvas so that you can apply in your organization. So it's designed to guide you through your AI journey. It also helps you to implement different and test different AI solutions. And it also ensure and validates all your model, your objectives, and that aligns with your goals. Here, it's also here to encourage improvement and testing and refining all your AI processes. So I'll show you the different steps in this canvas. So you all know the business model canvas. And so we readapted like the concept for the AI. So you see, it's exactly the same thing. You're going to in your organization, your company, your corporation, whatever your role is, you can start by filling in this Canva. The first thing is to understand what bottleneck you have inside your organization. All companies, from small to big, has bottlenecks. You'll see we'll go in three very clear case studies that we implemented for clients. But for example, one of the bottleneck would be like, I don't know, in my organization, it takes too long to answer to our customers' request. This is a bottleneck. This is manual. So you identify a bottleneck. You can have, like as Mohamed said on the way, you can have like multiple bottlenecks, multiple issues, but you are going to have to tackle them like almost one by one, but at least one problem will go with one solution. So you identify a bottleneck. All company has a bottleneck. Once that's identified, you're going to go to the second box, which is what's the current process you're applying to answer that pain point, that bottleneck. So basically, most of the time, for example, it takes we're manually replying to our customers, or we've put in some automation, but it's still slow to answer because we have to go back and manually reply to them, even if we put it as much as automation as possible. So you identify and you brainstorm with your team. As Mohamed said, it's a teamwork. It's not an enemy. So you put yourself in the brainstorming mode. How do we do now to reply to that bottleneck? And that's where you go to the other step. Where's the opportunity of AI to reply to that bottleneck? So honestly, now with AI, the opportunity is so huge. But here it's just helps you to narrow down how will AI will apply that. So here on that answer to the customer experience example I was using, it will, if I put AI in place, we'll reply like almost instantly. We're not going to have to do any manual work. Our customers will be more happy and satisfied, so more safe and so on. So identify, how can AI answer that bottleneck? Then you go a little bit deeper. Here, we're not here to talk technical, and then we have we also have our AI engineers that's here to talk about the different places, but what kind of models you can use and AI tools. It can be no-code tools, it can be open source models, it can use using OpenAI, Gemini, and so on. So you just list, what's the models and the tools in AI we can use. And then you're going to identify, when we're going to put that in place, who are the stakeholders that will help this AI transformation. So it can be internal, external. For example, on this customer experience, it can be the marketing manager. That will also, a stakeholder can be like some clients, some close clients that you can use, and we'll say, we'll make them go through this journey so we can have maximum feedbacks. It can be your IT team. If you don't have then you will need external stakeholders to help you on that part, or maybe someone in your team has some knowledge in AI. Identify all the stakeholders that will be able to help in that process. Then for me, like the most important part here on this Canva is the data inputs, because without data, the AI cannot, like custom AI cannot work correctly. So identify, okay, to reply to that bottleneck, what data I will need to feed my AI with? Is it our own personal data? Is it private data? Is it external data? Whatever. What's the data? So for each case, the data will be different. So here, if I take the customer experience, like to reply to customer feedbacks or inquiries, it can be you feed them like with your internal data. It was all the possible cases you went through, all your products informations, all your processes. You put that will be your data in that specific case. That's the very crucial like question to answer. And how big are these data? That will kind of refine your process. And then the major one is, okay, what you'll get out of it, because in nowadays, like each company, you need to do something for a result. We're in a business school, especially in context. So that's what what the return on investment. So most of the time, is it time? Is it revenue? Is it productivity? In AI, it's just one. It's one of the big ROI is time, but it can be here in the customers. It can be time internally, but externally, it can be also more customer satisfaction. More customer satisfaction will drive more sales, and so on. So really identify like what's the benefits you want out of it and try to measure it. Of course, you will refine your measurements when you're going to use the AI and more on the steps Mohamed said before on your transformation journey, on the steps, but you'll refine. And of course, all this, you're going to have not to go big. We want all to go big, but I mean, like, you're going to have to implement and prove the concept of this AI, because we worked in the digital transformation journey since many years. I also implemented digital transformation in big banks, for example, major companies. That was a digital transformation was a struggle, but I can tell you, AI transformation is kind of a next level, especially internally. Some employees are scared of AI to replace their job, even more impactful than just digital transformation. So you're going to have to not say, okay, for example, we're 50 in our like 100 in our corporation. We're going to implement AI. Don't do to everyone at the same time. What will be your proof of concept? So that's the last box. Okay, how you're going to test this solution and also to improve the AI if it works, and so that you can get measurable impacts, outcomes, and so on. So this is the Canva. So now, true stories. We're going to go through 3 case studies to just we fill in the blanks and to show you how this Canva works. So this Canva can work like for small companies to big corporations. The first case study is to accelerate recruitment for a cybersecurity company, which this agency was one of our clients. He had to recruit very fast in a very short he had to recruit in a very short of time, like a lot of staff. So his issue really was time sensitivity. So you can have like here, this is a short screenshot of the solution implemented. So it's tailored, and it's also a SaaS solution now. So and we started with exactly this with him to identify his bottleneck. His bottleneck was really like, as you see, as I said, time sensitive. He had to be quick. He had to reply to an RFP and find good cybersecurity engineers. So he also had an issue with confidentiality requirements. He could not send the profiles of each candidate like that. He had to change and template all documents, and that took him a lot of time. So this, like, as you see, like, and also competitive pressures and inefficient process. His current process was almost all manual because he tried to use some ATS, some tools, but it was not tailored to his criteria. So the AI was trained with his intakes on what kind of candidates he needed. So he was doing that manually. Basically, he was generating the job offers manually. He had disparate data source, and it's extending the process time. So that's where there was an AI opportunity to have an AI driven candidate scoring, automate also this confidentiality with the anonymization and templatization. AI can build these kind of documents. A dynamic application form generated by AI. You just had to put like the job titles, and AI would like automatically like create it before, even if you had like to do a copy paste from AI, he still had to do some manual work. So the AI tools, we use OpenAI APIs to do that. We use a RAG system and a customer ranking algorithm. Who was involved? The business owner directly, his recruitment team, and our team inside. So the data inputs, it was his, as I told you, his custom recruitment criteria, the templates of his resume, and all the historical data to refine the AI. The benefits were very clear. It fastened the process from 3 days to just a few hours, and the efficiency and also like the scoring, it went like it went all the process from it was a delay from 30 to 40 minutes. So he was able to reply quicker to RFPs and close more deals, basically. So it was time sensitive and also on the business side. The proof of concept, we first tested on 5 job solutions and also on and tested on more than 50 resumes before putting in live and so that he can use in his entire organization. So that's one of the case study. I will let the hand on Mohamed for the second one to show you how you can improve in sales process.
Yeah, this one was very exciting for me because sales is the cash generator for any business. And always, if we have the room to accelerate our sales process, internal sales process, definitely this will be very easy to be translated in good revenues for our business, for the businesses. And this use case, we're mainly focusing on tenders, the companies that our clients was working with for tenders, like applying for multiple tenders, beside getting RFQs from his clients. And that main challenge was how slow the team to generate the tenders documents, how they would take more time to get back and reply for the RFQ requests. However, most of the inputs are already there, but it's the matter of time for a human person to get back and prepare like an initial quotation or initial pricing and send it back to the client. Beside the errors, the human errors that might happen because it was very, very challenging to get an accurate pricing for their quotations and for their tenders based on 100% human inputs. And that's the sample of the platform, but let's check the AI canvas for this client, for this lovely client. The bottlenecks was the time intensive for RFQ responses, because sometimes it was taking more than 3 to 5 days to reply back with something all the company has the answer for, and even the customer does not expect to get a very complicated request. It's very direct and very clear. The second thing is the manual process, because it's a human 100% who was getting back to the clients for the RFQs or even for tenders building, and the pricing errors, sometimes not accurate 100%. And the last thing was the compliance risks. Sometimes the clients were asking for some compliancy inputs for the tenders. They were getting some requests about the used material for the construction projects they were working for, and it has to be very well revised by the team members. And for the tenders, it was taking up to 6 weeks, around 6 weeks to define one tender document to apply for a tender. And the tenders was very huge and it takes a lot of time. And based on their team capacity, they were not be able to apply for more tenders and close more deals. The process was typically manual way, have documents collected from multiple sources. The team were consolidating those documents in one unified or RFQ or even tender document. The supplier coordination was very, very challenging thing, because sometimes the material they were working for, it's not available from their side. That's why they need to connect to the suppliers, collecting prices, negotiate the prices to have a final unified pricing and adjust this final price for the client, beside definitely the compliance review. The opportunity here was to automate the RFQ, and that was very easy to build like a very simple database for their products or their pricing, and have all the conditions that pricing might be changing from country to another, and have an automated reply to the clients for their request for quotation via email, or even for on WhatsApp in some cases as well. The tender preparation automation, and this was very, very adding value for the team there. It was, as I told you, it was taking like 6 weeks to finalize an average size tender document to apply. And we'll see in the ROI how the change will happen. It happens for the client when they implemented the AI automation for this area. Beside the pricing, definitely, and the supplier collaboration, and definitely the analytics to understand what type of suppliers are getting more accurate pricing, what are the bottlenecks to provide a clear and accurate quotation for their clients. The tools was we use the OpenAI API. We had built a dynamic pricing algorithm and implemented drag for them. And we have some validations for the platform. The team was involved, the sales team on the client side, procurement specialists there, and our team. The inputs, as Damien said, the data is the fuel of this AI engine. Without having proper data, clean data, we won't be able to deliver any kind of AI value for any organization. So that's why we collected data from their side about the suppliers, the input, their pricing, their even context to automate the communication with them, and any kind of regulatory standards should be followed on the process of building the RFQ or the tenders. And the result was honestly very impressive, even for us, because we found that the time is saved around 85 to 50% of the time is saved. The tender document that was taking 6 weeks, it was done by the AI in less than 2 weeks, in some cases, even days. And the accuracy of the pricing was much, much higher, and the efficiency increased by 80%. The success rate of getting applying for the tenders and applying for the RFQs definitely changed and increased, beside the cost saving they have, because at the end they become able to utilize the team members. They were able to apply for more tenders, applying for more RFQs, and that increases their revenues. The proof of concept, that's the crucial thing, is to define the smallest version of this AI system to test and implement in with the clients, or even in-house if you're implementing this for your organization, just to avoid investing huge money in something you're still not confident about the result. All the theoretical planning is great, but you need to implement in a wise and proper way to understand how this can take the time of development, the result you can get out of it. And that's what we did already. We tested for 10 RFQs. We analyzed the efficiency of the results, and we gathered feedback to optimize the AI. And the AI always built by the data and the learning behind the data. That's the journey. It's not just a plug and play thing. You need to spend more time to educate the AI, to make sure that you get an accurate results, to be able to be more confident in the results you're getting from the AI. I'll pass it for Damien to take us through the next and final use case.
Yeah, I'll go quickly to this use case and just do them. So this use case kind of different because we used our some of you I think in the audience know or participate already in our virtual event in Quantic, and also at the conference live in-person conference where we showcase the minimum viable business framework. It's a framework that we've same thing invented, but and it's here to launch your business from ideation and until the launch, and also that includes the sales. But we're not here to explain that framework, just to tell you like, okay, we said we have that framework, we know how to build business faster. We had done this in consultancy for many years, and now we want to how AI will help the entrepreneurs do that. So we did exactly the same process internally to build that tool. So it's a tool for any entrepreneurs, even the ones that are having their capstone or the one that has business ideas. That's the topic. So the bottleneck was all these entrepreneurs had fragmented business development. It was time-sensitive process. It takes a lot of time to validate all these steps, and also it involved like high cost for entrepreneurs. The current process was scattered resources, independent teams, and trial and error approach. So that's where we saw reusing our model, an opportunity in AI to validate to validate the idea, to have a process automation, and also to have strategic guidance. We used these different models, NLP models, predictive analytics, generative AI, and it's also on a RAG system. Here, the team that implemented it was entrepreneurs, business owners, our AI engineers, and also internally our project managers to test, refine this solution that is always ongoing in testing and refining. What's important, our data inputs, it was our own data. All our MVB framework and work since many years were integrated in this AI. So it's basically our knowledge of consultancy, the building MVPs, launching businesses. That was we've documented all that, and this is how it was fed inside the AI. So the results that now you can launch a business like 3 times faster, improve the productivity, and especially you can save a lot of cost instead of requiring a lot of consultants or have some deliverables. You'll see that in action. You can do that with the platform. And the proof of concept was very simple for us. It was during our conference. We gave access to the attendees to collect the feedbacks. I've done it in Quantic, but in other business schools. And same thing, yeah, each students, we were giving them the tool at the beginning just to collect like the most feedbacks as possible. So that was our proof of concept. So I'll show you the demo quickly. You tell me if you still see my screen, everyone. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. So here the tool is right here. So as you see, this is our framework here with our like different all these different steps from ideation to market validation, branding, and marketing. So you can ask to any agents to help you in your project. So it's a conversational chat, as you see, that you'll be able to ask many questions, and it will go through. It will help you to launch your idea. You can create as many IDs as you want. You can select, create a startup. So that was an example for another startup I was playing with. It's just an example. And you see, I had conversations to build my market, how I can monetize it. And he's asking me a question, challenging me, and to go through and accelerate the launch of my company, of my startup. It generates documents, so you can see here. It can so you're in the business school, you know the Porter's 5 frame. It can take your market size, person analysis, your SWOT, your business model canvas, and also your user persona. So you can see directly here how, for example, the user personas. If you see my screen, it will create your user personas based on your startup idea. So the same thing, all the knowledge, just to go back on it, all the knowledge is put it inside each agents of our own framework. And same thing for the document generated. This is how we feed the AI with all the data. So you can generate documents, talk and interact with the agent, and also create multiple startup IDs as you want. So yeah, there was a quick demo because you have to use it and have fun playing it. Also, you can input your own documents to feed the AI with your own. If you already worked on your startup ID or on your journey, you can feed this agents and AI with your own documents. So that's where you can upload some files and also extract some files. So just getting back to the slideshow. Good news, you can try and create your free account. We have a freemium version. You can go, I think Emma will put the link in the chat. You can go directly to that page to test it. We said to Quantic students, you just have to put that code that you can ask us after, but also Emma can send it to you, Quantic 25. And if you want for this specific platform, we're launching the social medias to interact on Instagram. Don't hesitate to flash and follow us, and also feel free to test the platform. And if you want to use it further, there's some features that are free, some are features that you need to go on to have the deliverables. So this is how we implemented. So now after today, we just wanted, like, if you can reflect how this AI transformation journey, AI transformation 3 steps in Canva helps you in your business. What's the next challenge inside your organizations to implement AI? Try to connect to all the community, people that were here with us. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. And how we always like to do that. What's the next step after this event you can take to implement AI in your organization? The simple one is just download through our website, or I think Amir shared it. Just download our business model Canva and start to try to fill in the blanks on it. That would be like a great first step. Use our AI platform, whatever. I will not give you the answers, but that's what we want after today. Please, if you can share any feedbacks from today's event, feel free. Same thing. If you can scan the code and give your inputs. It's like in the canvas. Remember, proof of concept. We have it here. That's very valuable for us. Thank you. And now we'll lead the Q&A sessions. I think we have a few minutes, like 5 minutes left to take any questions you have.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Well, if anybody has questions, post them in the chat. And then I'll ask you some preloaded ones or pre-submitted ones while people are doing that. So one common question that came up quite a lot in the pre-submitted registration is there's so many AI tools. How do you prioritize what to use?
Yeah, that depends on your requirements, honestly. Sometimes we get like requests from clients, they have very tough requirement about compliancy or data privacy or something like this. That means you cannot be able to use like the APIs from OpenAI or Gemini. That means you need to check and define a model that you can install on your on-premise servers or on your machines. At the end, based on your requirements, some models are very smart and very advanced on the data analysis, but others are much more valuable when we talk about coding and programming. So it depends on your requirement. It depends on what the end result and fields you need to implement the AI at, and we pick the best model for that.
Absolutely. And your Canvas helps with that for sure. Another question that came in pre-submitted, what are the biggest challenges that a corporation might come across when it implements AI transformation?
Uh, Good. For me, I'll let Mohamed maybe follow up, but for me, it's human at the end. Like it's not technically all the human, all the technical stuff. It's kind of like even now we code even faster on AI, even on our custom solutions. It goes fast. It's the human to use it. Like if it's the organization, they're scared to because you saw the ROI, the benefits of AI. It's incredible. It's even insane. Like on the recruitment, like this AI score on recruitment, it's immediate. Like you immediately see like oh, if these candidates are good or not. Versus like human analysis took like 5 minutes. So the recruiter itself, like in this organization, is so scared of adopting that this kind of tools. That's where the big challenge here. So that's why we came up like with the 3 steps to because there's the human factor. For me, this is the biggest one. It's not technical. It's this one.
Great answer. And another one that came in, which is interesting, is how, and the Canvas will help with this, but if you could go into more detail, how do you know when and where it's important to transform using AI in your business?
Yeah, that's based on the use case. The business people decide on their organization. AI is adding value for businesses? Definitely yes. But what are the areas you need to start with? That's an activity should be done, and the brainstorming things should happen to collect all the bottlenecks and have every single bottleneck or idea or challenge for the AI canvas to define what is the ROI behind every one of them. But it depends on how tough the challenge you're facing and how the AI is able to is able to be implemented for this area. And to be very realistic as well, some challenges still the AI cannot add value for. And that's how we need to fill in the canvas inputs to define whether this kind of thing could be resolved using the AI, or even the result could be like very simple and basic development or automation. AI is not needed.
Great answer. Thank you. I'll ask one more pre-submitted question before we move on to the current questions in the chat. So what strategies should businesses follow to not get left behind with current AI innovations?
Businesses need to get access to the AI, provide the AI for their internal teams. Simple. And we have a client that this is a very interesting thing that they decided to implement the AI for their teams, but they didn't want to provide their internal data to the cloud AI APIs like OpenAI, and they decided to build an in-house AI engine, or like the MVB AI for our side. They embedded all the data for the company in this system, and it's installed on their servers and machine, following the regulations of data privacy. And all the team members started to use. People are asking for vacations. People are asking for HR policies. People are just doing some research about a request for quotation they got from one of the clients, and they need to build the proposal or to tailor the reply for this client. Just give access to the AI for your team members, but define the way you need to implement this, just to avoid any kind of data challenges or privacy issues you might have.
Excellent response. Robert, I think I'll pass it over to you now if you've seen some interesting questions in the chat.
Okay, thank you, Emma. There's a lot of questions in the chat, so let's see if we can get to a few of them here. So here's the first one. People are afraid for their jobs because of AI transformation, which has been discussed. How do you convince them in relation to this?
Good question. So us we have it's basically soft skills and it's a different work. Let's say we work with partners and some people internally in the team that we separate we separate the technical part, like the team that will manage to help internally to implement the AI. We always not, like, for example, it's not the project manager or the AI engineers that will go and help on doing that. We're trying to split because it's very different from the technical solution that is built and applied, versus you need to train and have like not psychologically, but work on the soft skills of the organization, of the people, and do like storming, frozen, defrozing, like this kind of business processes, which is really different. So what we do is we fragment these two parts so that we do the technical thing, and it's another team that will help. It's kind of another proposal that will help to implement step by step. And one of the big thing is really to go small, do one little thing, proof of concept on one bottleneck, and then you're going to tackle the second bottleneck, proof of concept, and move so on, and prove their results, and also prove that the people are not fired internally with the team. They find another way to improve their job, to use AI. They're more productive, and a lot of them even find fun, like, using it, because it opens new opportunities for the company. So I hope it answered.
I might add for this part as well, a real example what we did for our team when we decided to use the AI even for our internal things. The team started to use the AI with the challenging mind. When they need to convince us that the AI is not working well, and the result they do themselves based on their mind and experience is much valuable. But when we started to discuss more about their fears, about their barriers to use the AI, we found this kind of thing that we directed them to just let's use the AI as a new team member. We hired a fresh grad to our team. This guy is graduated from Harvard University, whatever university, Quantic could be, but at the end he needs to be guided and to be feeded with the data, with how we use how we work in our organization, and to understand more about how AI works, what kind of prompt I add to ChatGPT, for an instance, to get proper results. And this was game changer, honestly, just to have a phase of trying the AI, understand it, and deal with it as a new team member.
Okay, thanks, Damien, Mohamed, both really interesting answers. Another question here: what is the biggest problem you have so far faced, and how do you see it improving or resolving in the next 5 years?
No, I didn't get the question. Can you?
The question is, what is the biggest problem you have had? I think it means in relation to this business or maybe for clients? And how do you see it improving in the next 5 years?
Yeah. Would you like to go for this, Damien?
Yeah, I think if you want to say on the improvement, but yeah, we showed like very relevant case studies, but for me it's kind of almost infinite. Like if we show like the recruitment part, it's kind of it's yeah, it's insane it's a huge problem that can be replied. Sales, we know that on the sales part for organization to reply to proposals, you have to be one of the major element of closing a deal is to be reactive. And some sales team takes a lot of time to refine the presentations. Yeah, do the work, like find the answers, collect the data to be able to reply to client. I think this is a major issue that AI, and it's also something that the sales team don't like to do. They like to like to talk with their clients. They like to do their pitch. They like to interact, but doing the quoting and to do the sales proposal work, they don't like it because it's a manual work. They have to go on their slides and work on it. They don't like it. And now with AI, this challenge is raised. And I think there's a lot of improvement to do on it. Even if we were able to come with solutions like on to template in a very good way to ask for work, I think there was going to be an improvement on this part, especially on the images, on the visual generation of AI. This is where the improvement in that part can that I see that will like in the next years will also boost this kind of process.
Yeah, I might add as well for this. That's for an experience we had with one of our clients. They were planning to implement locally installed models on smartphones. It's a mobile application for meetup planning, and their plan was to implement an AI model on the device. The challenge they were facing that the model sizes are big. It more than 1 gigabytes, might be even more, and this is not realistic to be on a mobile device with the same size, with this size, which is not a game at the end. But what we see now and the changes we see and the all the updates we have on the models is this is very realistic to be implemented now. It in the coming few, not 5 years, I might say 1 or 2 years, everyone will be able to install a model for himself or herself on his smartphone to work locally and to have your own AI without needing to use the on cloud things for your data privacy and data controlling. I think this will happen very in the coming few months, not even years.
Okay, thank you. Great answers. I think this is a continuation of this same answer, but what are some key AI trends we should watch out for in the next few years as a manager or for businesses? So any additional ones?
Yeah, I think agents. And all now this 2025, most of the experts in the AI area, they are talking that this is the year of the agents. You start to have the agents in your business, and the agent, the craziest thing about the agent, that the agent can take actions, not just in the conversational way of the chat GPT or thing, but it can be trained to take actions based on some conditions and based on some circumstances. The AI decide to send a proposal for the customer or decide not to send a proposal based on the data he gets from the customer or the request. Agents is the new coming thing. And another thing, I see most of the questions are asking about what is going on in the next years of the AI evolving and development. I think we might need to think what are the development and activities should be done in the coming weeks and months, not years, because it's very crazy. It's very accelerated when we see changes like DeepSeek release and all the models that came after even DeepSeek. Every day now we have a new thing is announced in the AI area.
Okay, great. Thank you. Another question, a little bit more specific. Do you use AWS in the back end, or if not, which cloud service provider?
Oh, it really depends. We change for our SaaS product, yeah, we use AWS, but some clients wants to. We just had like one recently. He wanted to use in a specific country and a specific server, so it can be any server, it can be GCP, it can be other kind of servers. It depends on how we custom the solutions for us and for our SaaS products that we told you, recruitment, sales, and customer experience, and the MVB AI. Yeah, we're on the AWS. But some clients ask somewhere in other places, so it's also possible done. So we custom that basically.
Okay, perfect. How is internal corporate data handled when using external models like OpenAI, as it can be proprietary information?
The same way if it's in-house installed, because at the end the data is the fuel of AI. Any AI system or engine you decide to use. So in some cases we need to build like the RAG and customize it for the clients based on the data they have, the value, the volume of the data they have. And in other cases, we can just use the OpenAI APIs and their internal or embedded RAG systems. At the end, it depends on the complexity of your data, and we decide on the proper direction for the best implementation way in terms of cost, definitely, and the privacy of your data. But it's the same way, nothing will differ.
Okay, thank you. I think we have time for a couple more questions, so let's just get through a couple more here. With new tools and models appearing, how easy is it to switch to new models?
That's
Yeah.
that's the new thing. That's an advanced step. Some people are talking that the agents will be built and connected with multiple models, and the agent will decide which model will connect to do the task. In some cases, if you're asking this agent to do some mathematical calculation or financial projection, the agent will be able to decide that I need to use Gemini, because Gemini, that's an example. That's not the reality. But the AI agent will decide on which model to use based on the type of input and request or task we ask the AI to use. But at the end, this always will be changing, because every day we have new models released, and that's part of, honestly, to decide on we decide and stick to one of the models, and we keep just using it. This is not smart, honestly, with all the changes we might see in the coming few months, as we said. But at the end, you need to diversify the models, you need to test all the models, and the agents will be able to do this.
Okay, so thank you very much. Final question here, a very topical question. I think you've referred to it, but what is your view on the release of DeepSeek AI on implementation of AI use cases?
Yeah, the most
Yeah.
important thing about DeepSeek, honestly, it's not the technology or the how the model is very strong and very powerful, and I think this will give a push for all the AI big players in the market to optimize and have much more at mature and advanced models. But the thing that I'm stopping at, honestly, I'm need to learn about the ROI because at the end they didn't spend that much of investments to get the model with this smart way and very cost reduction way, and get all of these advanced things. And that's one of the things that our technical team is testing to start implement the AI models of DeepSeek and even other models. There are other models started to be announced, and it has very powerful results compared to the Gemini and OpenAI thing. But I think Google and Gemini and even OpenAI will have a lot of things to announce about in the coming few weeks.
Yeah, because just to finish in the background, there's a huge challenge on the energy efficiency. All these models consume a lot of energy, like power grid. So that's a big challenge in even it's another industry, but in the semiconductor industry with chips and all that, that's a huge thing. And like if we can gain like just 1 or 2% of power efficiency, because the AI will consume a lot, that's where also there's the spotlight. It's beyond the AI itself. It's beyond the models. It's also like environmental with this power, power efficiency, energy efficiency behind the AI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, guys, for all those great answers. I think I better hand it back to Emma at this point. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Though we could certainly go on all day, we do have to conclude for now. So thank you so much to everybody for participating. Thank you to Damien and Mohamed, of course, for sharing your insights with our community. And to a thank you to Robert as well for helping to coordinate and facilitate